I want to talk to you about this thing called narcissism. It's a real buzzword now. It's getting thrown around. You can go to YouTube and you enter it one time, and you're going to get 1,000 different takes on narcissism. In one way, I think it's awesome that the word has come forward to help people identify something that they were dealing with, someone that they were in relationship with that was so profoundly challenging and couldn't seem to find a solution. So it blew up. Very often, I get it. Narcissists don't do relationships well at all. I understand the checklist and the characteristics of narcissists just like you do. But here's the issue. Now, and this is what happens so often, now that word is being used to throw at people like a grenade or something. It's an attack word, and that is not acceptable. If you really do know someone that is a narcissist, if you have been with someone that is a narcissist, and you've got some trauma and some wounds that you need to take care of, blessings to you. And if you truly believe that person is a narcissist, then they deserve your prayers. Then they deserve your compassion and your forgiveness because they can't do it any differently. That is the only benefit that can come from this kind of labeling, is that your heart flowers open and it moves to compassion. I was at an event just last night, sitting next to a woman who gave me her story about being married for years to a narcissist and the horrible parts of it and what a horrible person he was. And shame on me for sitting there and just listening. I mean, it's a stranger. I don't want to go off on a stranger, but it was so like what I'm hearing in the world. She was so justified to hate him. She was so justified to play the victim. She was so justified, as she was telling me, even her children won't talk to him anymore because of how horrible he treated her. She was standing on this pile of shit of pride and self-righteousness. And again, I understand that in that pile, there's a lot of wounding. There's a lot that needs to come forward and be healed. So you could say maybe she needs a parenthesis of time to get that attack energy out. But most people aren't thinking that progressively. Most people are just landing in the center of that pile of shit and hanging out there and continuing to victimize themselves. Here's the deal. I want to repeat this again. Narcissism really is a mental condition. Narcissism means that the person is unable to use their mind to think of other people in ways that you would expect, compassionately, caringly. Narcissists often don't have the ability to assess themselves and to come forward with an acknowledgement that they made a mistake. They don't have the ability to be humble, to ask for forgiveness, to apologize. These things don't live inside the mind of a narcissist because what formed the narcissist is their own trauma, their own pain, their own upbringing in their family system, and whatever it is about their history that caused them to become this. They too are at the effect of what happened to them. And believe it or not, like it or not, they're doing the best they can. Of course, leave. Of course, don't participate in a relationship that won't fulfill you and won't be mutual. No doubt about that. And do your healing work. If you didn't leave for years and years and years, that's something you need to make amends around with yourself, to love the part of you that couldn't leave, to love the part of you that kept trying and wishing that this could be different, to love the part of you that was embarrassed, ashamed, whatever it is. This is your opportunity. And this is your opportunity. If you yourself aren't a narcissist, this is your opportunity to find your own healing. You probably will not find it with that other person. So we give up looking there. But the gift of finding your own, the gift of your own healing, your own self-forgiveness, your own return to your wholeness. And from there, the gift of extending love and compassion to someone who is only capable of going so far. That's the real path. That's when you have the chance to be happy. That's when you have the chance to, if you want, attract someone different into your life. If you leave a relationship that was bad and you don't take the time to see what your part is, to do some healing on your own, you will attract the same kind of problem, different face. You don't want to do that. I understand that. I don't want to do that. So this is where our own work becomes so necessary. If you're in relationship with a narcissist in any way, they deserve your love, your compassion, and your forgiveness. And please hear this. Absolutely take care of yourself. Absolutely come up with clear boundaries. That's the gift of being with a narcissist. You get to learn how to be so solid with your boundaries. Oh, the gifts that you will get when you return to yourself and build within yourself your own boundaries, your own yes, your own no, your own convictions, your own self-love, and your own clarity of who you are and who you are not. The gifts can like just come pouring in from an experience like that. So I'm sure this might be triggering some of you, especially those of you who are so passionately positioned on making someone wrong or hating someone because they're a narcissist. Do it as long as you need to, but please heed my words. When you're pointing at someone with that much anger and that much aggression, it will absolutely turn back upon you. You will not find freedom there. So get it out. Do what you got to do. Work with a great therapist who knows how to get you beyond it, not just label someone and feel sorry for you. Work with a spiritual counselor. Work with someone who's really going to hold the highest truth for your freedom and the other person. That's how it really works. That's what love really does. Here's the great news. You are love. You are that. So be that. Extend that. Let love heal you and let love be the gift you give.